My big goal for 2026 is to start with YouTube. So I kicked off the year with a 31 videos in 31 days challenge, which isn't a small task for a 51-year-old guy. In this video, I'm going to talk about how it went, my results, and the lessons that I've learned. Hello, my name is Thomas, and on this channel I talk about personal development and self-improvement after 50. I do a lot of, or I'm planning to do a lot of 7 days challenges, 30-day challenges, and I do all of this in order to improve my life, improve my health, improve my well-being, so that I can live a longer, better, happier life and see my young children grow up to get older and have children of their own. And I want to live to 90 years old. 31 videos in 31 days was the first challenge that I gave for myself in 2026. And boy, was this a challenge. In fact, it was such a big challenge that I couldn't do it. Yeah, I failed. I did not manage to script, film, edit, and publish 31 videos in 31 days. But I did manage to make 21 videos in 1 month. And that's pretty darn good if you ask me. And part of why I'm actually quite proud to be able to do 21 videos in January was that January turned out to be the most busiest month I've had in my business in years. So the fact that I actually managed to do 21 videos is a big pat on my shoulders, and I'm actually quite proud to be able to achieve that. So yeah, this is technically a miss or a fail, but I don't regard it as a failure. Honestly, it is a huge success. And with the 21 videos that I've done, I've learned so much, and I got to try out so many different things, and I got to learn so much about creating videos, systems and processes, and many other things, which I'll get back to shortly. First, I got 15 subscribers. Not a lot, but it's also not nothing. So that's pretty cool. I didn't have any viral hits. I didn't have any unicorn videos. I didn't have anything that exploded. And I know you shouldn't expect that when you start, but I think deep down, all of us, we kind of dream about it. We kind of hope that it might happen, but that's just unicorn dreams, to be honest. And I mean, honestly, my videos are pretty crap, to be honest. And that's just how it is. But I'll get back to the videos in a moment. However, another thing that I did, like my best video got 158 views. And that's pretty good. Like, imagine a sea of 158 people. That's not nothing. And my second best video got 42 views. Is it amazing results? No, but it's something. Most of my videos got between 7 and like 30 views. But this YouTube thing is also a strange thing, because the videos that you make and you're thinking, oh, this one probably will be good, this one should get more views, are usually the ones that get the least views. And then the ones that you have the least faith in, or you think, this is nothing, are the ones that get the most views. And that's exactly the story with the one that got 158 views. Like, I did 3 take on that video because I felt that it was so crap and it was so hard to do. And yeah, I literally scrapped 2 recordings, and I did the third one. I goes, okay, I promised myself I would, fuck this perfectionism. So the third time I was just like, okay, that's it. This is what I use. I'll post it. I can't perfect over this. And it turned out to be my best video. It's a funny thing. But I also need to say one thing, and that is that I was working really hard on managing my own expectations. I had really low expectations in terms of views that I expected to get. And I think that's important because you will really not have a lot of views at the beginning. But it is a bit, heart-wrecking because, you put all of this time and this effort into creating these videos, and then nobody watches it. Nobody cares. And yeah, I knew that it would be like this, and I think that's like really an important lesson that we all need to bring with us. There will not be super mega viral hits. So ultimately, I am proud of myself, and I'm happy that I did it, and I'm happy that I got the 21 videos in. Were they perfect? No, far from it. I managed to manage my expectations. That was good. But ultimately, what I really managed to do here was to beat procrastination, and I got started. And in order to manage to do 21 videos, I really had to, like I already mentioned, beat the procrastination, just shoot the videos and go, okay, this is good enough for now. It's just getting the reps in, learning how to do it, try to do it better, repeat and repeat and repeat. That's what it is. But it takes time, right? It took me anything from an hour and a half up to 4 hours to create one video. And 4 hours is quite a lot of time when you don't have much of it. But towards the end, I did mostly manage to get the videos down into 2 hours, 1.5 hours, which again was something that I learned and figured out as I was repeating and doing more and more videos. But also, in order to get to those 21 videos, or trying to get to 31, means that you have to make sacrifices. I've talked about perfectionism has to go, and yeah, the quality of the videos was the biggest thing that had to go. And another thing was the topic or the story or the content of the video. I just needed to shoot something, get the reps in, get it out. And I think this is probably the biggest takeaway, my biggest lesson from 1 month on YouTube is the big idea of the video. Like, what is the idea of the video? What is it about? But also, how do you deliver that video? A problem that I have, and if you watched any of my videos, you probably noticed, if I don't have a script, which for half of the time I didn't have, I tend to waffle. I go on, and I tend to repeat myself. And I probably have repeated myself multiple times during this video. Even though this one is mostly scripted, I've gone out of script multiple times already. So if I didn't script this video, okay, this video has many points I want to talk about, and if I didn't script this one, this would be an hour-long video with me just rambling on and repeating myself 100 times. So one of the things that I've also learned, or at least have I learned it, or maybe I just have understood it, is learning to speak better. The thing is, and speaking better without script, sorry. We, as humans, have a tendency to use a lot of ums and ahs and bad habits in your words, in how you speak. You say like, right, what other thing, like, and we have all of these mistakes in our language. Like, maybe you just noticed now, I took a break, which was probably 2 seconds. I did it again just for the purpose of proving. And this is what I'm trying to do instead of going, and then I continue talking, is that I try to shut up, collect my thoughts, and then continue talking. I am so jealous of YouTubers, keynote speakers, people on TV that can talk beautiful sentences one after the other without losing their train of thoughts, without the ums and the ahs and all of those different mistakes. I'm jealous about that, and that's really that's a goal for me to get much better at delivering lines, either if I'm on script or if I'm off script. But yeah, all of this rambling to say the story, the idea of the video really matters. And for the most part, I feel that many of my first 21 videos don't have a big idea, don't have a key idea. It's just sort of me just going on. And at some point, I almost felt like it turned into like a vlog style, who is just like talking about something, not having a key message, without any thoughts of how to deliver it, without any fluff or fill or any of that stuff. So moving onward now into February, we are now in February and onwards, first of all, I'm not going to do daily videos. I'm aiming for 3, but I'm happy to do 2 per week, minimum 2. So moving forward, my videos will have a much more thought out idea. What is the key message of the video? And by the way, you should have one idea, one message per video, I think. But moving forward, I will do more research. I will have a thought more out what it is that I want to say. No matter if I'm using a script or not using a script, the point is the same. What is it that I want to say? Think about it, research it, and then deliver it. And of course, also think about how do you deliver a story. Many of us possibly remember from school that if we were writing an assignment or we were writing a paper, the teacher always told us there has to be a start and a middle and an end. In my case, they drew it as a fish. It was the intro, the main topic, and then it was the conclusion. And that still applies to YouTube, that still applies here. And I didn't really apply that to my first 21 videos of the year or of this channel, really. So thinking about that, there are also, I want to draw inspiration from copywriting. In copywriting, you have a few frameworks. There are many frameworks of how to write good copy. There is the PAS framework, PAS, which is problem, agitation, solution, or you have the AIDA framework, AIDA, which is what is it? Attention, interest, desire, and action. How can I apply these principles to my videos? How can I deliver the story, the point, the message of the video, the big idea, following either the fish, the intro, the main, the conclusion, or one of these frameworks? That's one of the ways that I hope that I can improve my videos going forward. And other things that I need to get better in, and I think that goes for everyone, is the titles, the thumbnail, and the description of the video. I try to think about the titles, I try to think about the thumbnails and kind of the description, but at the same time, they can always get better. And if you listen to all of those big YouTube gurus, they always say title and thumbnail is the most important things in addition to the idea of the video. Now, as I get closer to the end of this video, let's address the elephant in the room. Let's address another big issue and learnings from starting with YouTube. And that is low view counts. Low view counts. Oh my God, that can really kick you in the balls. And I don't see a lot of people really talking about low view count, but when you're starting YouTube, most of us, myself included, will get single or double digit views on our videos. And that can be very demotivating. You put your heart and your soul into this. You share your thoughts, your big ideas, your insights, and nobody watching, nobody cares. Well, don't think that they don't care, and maybe don't think that they're not watching. This is part of the process. This is part of being new. You have to produce content over time to show YouTube who you are, who you're for, what do you talk about, and who should the algorithm show your videos to. And yeah, it is really hard putting hours and hours into these videos and have 7 people watch it. In my case, I was very lucky. I got one that 158 people watched, or at least 158 views. Another one had 42. Now those numbers aren't humongous, but for me at least it gives me some confidence in continuing. If I only got 4, 5, 6 views on all my 21 videos, I'm sure it would be much, much harder. And honestly, I don't know how I would feel about it. But I did have low expectations to this and to the first month. And I think that really helped mentally. And I think you need, and I think everyone starting YouTube needs to be very clear. You will not get a lot of views. You should try your hardest. You should try to improve your videos better and better for each one that you do. Try to improve 1 or 2 things every time. But do not be discouraged if you only get 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 views. And that's what I've done. You know, my goal wasn't to get thousands of views. If I would have achieved thousands of views, I would be super happy, of course. And there's always a little part of me that hoping for it. But for me, it was all about getting started, getting the reps in, figuring out what makes a good video, what makes a bad video, what I like making, what I don't like making, what is difficult, what is hard, what does people like, what type of videos resonates, and do I want to make more of those videos, etc., etc. And I've learned those lessons. I'm sure there are a million more lessons to learn, but I've gotten an indication of what I need to do better, what I need to focus on, and the biggest thing being, the big idea being the storyline. I think that's a huge one, at least it is for me. So ultimately, I think it is a mindset thing. And I know that is vague as fuck, and that's like, oh, mindset, it's mindset. Everyone talks about the mindset. Yeah, I went in with the mindset that this is gonna be hard. I'm gonna get low views, and I'm gonna try to do 31 videos. I didn't get, I think collectively I have maybe 400 views after a month of YouTube, but I got 21 videos. And if I got 400 views, 350 views, whatever that number is, good. That was a lot more than 0. It was a lot more than 10. It was a lot more than 50, a lot more than 100. So ultimately it is a mindset thing. But doing YouTube is doing it and doing it and doing it. Basically, it's about eating shit, and eating shit. And if you eat shit long enough, but while doing so, you improve a little bit and a little bit, eventually you will succeed. I genuinely believe that. If I didn't believe that, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't sit here and make this video. I think that's pretty much it. No, you know what? One thing. I have one pet peeve. Camera, light, sound matters. A lot of people say, oh no, it doesn't matter. I think whoever says that is full of shit. Are there outliers? Absolutely 100% there are outliers. Can you reach success with hundreds of thousands of views on one video? If it's shit, yeah, you can. Absolutely, it happens all the time. But we shouldn't focus on the outliers, on the unicorns. We need to focus in on what seems to be the common denominator for successful videos. And I believe sound, light, I have a big light thing up there, somewhat of a proper camera. I have a microphone right here. I have a DJI Pocket camera right there. But you can still use one of these. They are really, really good. They have great microphones. They have great picture and all of that stuff. But you need to also understand that you need to have a light source. So continuously improve and figure out what is lacking with your videos. And maybe you start in a dark room with a video with horrible sound. That is okay. You got started. It's all about getting started, doing, reiterating, getting better. And now I'm repeating myself because I've gone out of the script a long time ago. So I'm gonna get back into it. Oh, look at that. That was actually, I thought I was waffling, but it's actually in my script. Stick it out, repeat, get your reps in, gradually improve, don't give up. Become better and better and better with each video. I know I've repeated this several times. This is the end of this video. You can do it, I can do it, we all can do it. We just have to put the reps in. That's all I had for this video. There will be a new video in a few days, and until then, bye-bye.